Hello and welcome to another episode of my game dev diary for my roguelike project. Last time we were messing around with the player health system and made some progress, but it wasn't quite there in a working state. But happy to report that a couple of minutes work and got it up and running. One silly mistake that I had done in the last video was hadn't changed the set amount of damage to set amount of damage temp. What was going on was also that we needed a loop countered because when it bumped into the rat and then we did the rat attack, this amount of damage hadn't been set at that stage, I think, for the attribute in the player health. So we needed to do it one frame later or slightly after. So what we did then was, once damage has been done, we set loop counter equal to 1, so we know it's the first time that it's been in the loop. And then if the loop counter is equal to 1, when we want to do 1 damage, if it's equal to 1, then we set the amount of damage temp to amount of damage. Otherwise, amount of damage temp doesn't change. We set loop counter to 2, so it won't go into this bit here again until the damage done happens again, and that would allow us to then just go through this bit the correct amount of times. So we set the rat damage to I think 3, and should take 1.5 hearts off. So we'll test that just to show you that it works. I also made the hearts slightly bigger because I thought they were a bit small, so I just scaled them up. So the hearts are a bit bigger. You see, bumping into a rat should take 1.5 hearts off, and boom, it does. And bumping this one, 1.5 hearts. So that's just with no hearts, but and no health. But we haven't put a death sequence in yet, but we will get round to that. So, well, I want to make the game a bit more interesting at the minute, so I'm going to put a few more enemy types in. What I've done is I've loaded the sprites up into the actor types. Again, the sprites are from the Oryx Design Lab sprite pack. So we've got a bat looking one which is called Batty. I've got a rat archer, and we're going to have the archer try and fire arrows, and I've moved the arrows round to correspond with what direction they should be facing, because I'm going to do that with the slash as well, because I don't quite like the slash. Sometimes you see it for like a split second facing the wrong way before it changes, so at least this way I know that the arrow will always face in the direction I want it to. So I think a bat should probably move just like the rat is at the minute, like with a wander, but we want it to move a fair bit faster. So we'll customize the bat behaviors. We'll go into behaviors, and we'll click here to add it, and we will add the wander behavior. But we want the minimum speed to be quite fast, so 5 and 10, I think that is quite good. Minimum movement time, I think we want it to be still for a while. Minimum waiting time, so we'll set that to 2, and maximum waiting time to 5. Start with waiting, sounds good. Change direction on collision, sounds good. And we might change the rat attack to rename it touch enemy attack, I think, or enemy touch attack. So edit properties, name enemy touch attack, so that we can use it for different types of enemies that if we bump into we get hurt. So we'll change the name of it there, and then we want a non-hidden attribute for the amount of damage. So we create the attributes and create attribute amount of damage to do, and of course it's going to be a number but it's not going to be hidden, so we can access it when we attach it to an actor. And then we need to do the amount of damage to do in here. So that looks good. Close that. And then go to a rat, and we want the rats to do, say, 1 damage. So hopefully if we move hopefully if we close the rat and open it again, then that'll update itself from rat attack to enemy touch attack. So we do it with enemy touch attack, and we want the rats to do fairly low damage, 1. And we want them to move a bit faster, so we'll say 2 and 4. But we always kind of want them moving, so maximum waiting time we'll say is half a second. Minimum waiting, I would say maximum is 0.6. We don't want to start with waiting. And body, we need enemy health and slash damage event. So what Chris really created the rat, copied the rat over. So what we need, enemy health, and we need an attribute for the enemy health amount, it looks like, and slash damage event behavior, and we need one last one, which was enemy touch attack. I'm gonna say the bats are a bit more dangerous to do too. So enemy health, I want to be able to set the enemy health. So starting hit points to, we want to say that starting hit points is not hidden. So we'll go out of that. Then we close body and ratty, and I'll update the rat to 3, and we'll say the bat to 2. So bats hit harder but have less health. Where's our rat? Oh, I have to open it again. So go to rat, and then hopefully enemy health will say has 3 health points. And then I've made the scene a bit bigger when I was tidying up the player health. So for player character, we want to attach the behavior of camera follow. So that means that the camera should follow us about the scene. And we also want our enemies to be alive when the camera's not on them. So we need to go to what should we put it on? Enemy health probably when created, and what we need to set then is that they don't make self always active. So that means that if they go off the screen or they're not on the screen, if they don't have that there on, then they just disappear and die. So we don't want that. So go to level 1, and we'll go to actors, and we'll throw in a couple more bats, and we'll throw in some rats, and then we'll give this a go and see how it pans out. Will I get my ass kicked, or will our little red hero be triumphant? Well, we haven't set the hearts to move with the screen. This is quite laggy actually when recording. But we killed one rat, and can we kill a bat? The bats, we need to make sure the bats don't rotate. And the bats could do with moving a wee bit faster actually. Oh, here we go, they go away. I got hit by one. I can imagine this won't be as laggy when you're playing it because you won't be recording as well. So anyway, we're getting there. And then we'll have to go back up and see what our health is. How many hits did we take? Are we dead? We took 1.5 hits. So let's just check that the bats hurt more. So that should have took 2 health, and it did. So we're down to half a health. So all kind of looks right there. So that was quite simple. Creating a few more enemies, and I think we will make a start on making the rat archer. So the rat archer, if we go to open it, we'll want him to say, we'll probably not get him to move, we'll probably get him to stay in place and just fire his arrows. So he'll need the enemy health, and we'll say he's pretty beefy with 4. We'll not give him a touch attack, or will we? Probably will. We'll probably say all our enemies do a bit of damage if you run into them. And we'll say it does 1 damage if you bump into the rat. And then we need the slash damage event too. So the only thing we need to do then is create a behavior for him firing his arrow. So dashboard, active behaviors, not same behaviors, but active behaviors, and it'll be enemy arrow firer. Enemy arrow fire. Okay, so what we need to do now is set a few attributes up. So one's going to be firing time. That's going to be a boolean, because it's going to be true or false, because either it is time to fire or it ain't time to fire. So add event when creating, and setting time to fire, setting time to fire. One's going to be true, one's going to be false. You'll say you're false. I'm going to say that you are true, and we need a time. I'm going to say do after 1 second. Set firing time true, false. Now, if firing time is true, we want them to fire in a random direction. So when updating, and then condition if firing time is equal to true, and then we want to set firing time equal to false. Because that means it won't fire continuously, it'll only do it once. And we need a random number to figure out what way he's going to fire. So random num, it's going to be a number, and it's going to be hidden. So set random number to a random number between 1 and 4, I think. Oh, wrong one. Whoops. 1 and 4. And then we create a wee section of if loops, and then we need these, we need that, we need that, and then we need 1, 2, and 3. And then we need random number. Hopefully you can see where I'm going with this. And then we need to create actor, create actor, create actor, create actor. And can you guess what the actor type is? It's going to be arrow up, arrow down, arrow left, and who's going to guess it? Arrow right. And we need to get the x's and y's. So again, we'll put in here a couple attributes. We'll put archer width be a number, and it's going to be hidden, and then we're going to put archer length, and might take it off hidden once we make other archers, but at the minute we'll keep it hidden. Archer length and archer width. Archer's an awesome wee TV show, by the way. Recommend that you check it out. It is pretty funny. That is why we have ants. And 30 and 30. Oops. Close some of these down because I couldn't see what I was trying to do. What did I say? 30 and 30? 30 and 30. So we wanted to create it at what is our arrow width? We need that as well, but I can't be bothered putting that at the minute. So arrow width is 6. So we want to create it at x. So 15 would be half, and we want it to create it at 12, I think. We'll see if this is right, and then we can make the maths for it. Our down would be 12. Y would be at y of self plus 1. So we need x's of selves plus rather than just a solid number, because that's a bit silly. Plus. What did I say? 12? I hope it was 12, because I can't remember. X of self, and then we'll just say y minus 1 when it's up, because you want it to be slightly above. No, it's minus 1 plus the width. What we say, it was 22. No, it's plus the height of the actor. It's 22, so it's going to be minus 23. That might look a bit odd, but we'll see. And y of self, and then we'll copy that over. Why are we copying that over? Because we don't need it. It's going to be plus. And it's going to be y of self plus 1. That's going to be the height of the archer, so might as well get this in here. Archer length, yeah. And then if it's left, then it'll be x of self minus 1. And then we want to create it halfway up the archer, so it's going to be archer height divided by 2. And then probably minus or plus something. Archer length divided by 2. It's 6. So we want to create it up 3. So that's minus. So it's minus 3. So minus 3. You can see all these being wrong, and this being one of our cases of our epic fail. So is that going to be plus or minus y? Y or self plus. I can see this definitely being an epic fail. We'll get arrows coming out of somewhere, but where? Who knows? Well, that y should be the same for this side. It's just the x is different. The x should be x of self plus the width of the archer. +1. So we need +1, +1, +1. Where's the width of the archer? So is that all? So I'll throw this in, and then after a random amount of seconds, set firing times equal to true. Paste this, delete this, and then we'll say between 1 and 2 seconds, so it's just not constantly firing. I'll probably change this and tweak it to get it to what we want it to do. So we already had false, so we just need this in. Where'd you go? Undo. So put this up here, throw that over there, and then it's gonna be a long video because we need to create the arrow movement behavior. Should only take hopefully about a minute or two. So we'll call this arrow movement. Our event basically is created, and then if, can you say type of self? If self, I know you can. Why can't I grab you? So if we say it's actor down, can we put that in there? No. We want to say if it's type of actor down. Can we just say, well, I'm going to pause the video here because it's going to take a bit more thought than I realized, because I want the arrow to go in different ways according to what type of arrow it is. Obviously if it's firing up, we want it to go up. If it's going left, we want it to go left. So I will do that in the next video along with the arrow damage and test it and see how it goes. As always, hope this has been interesting / helpful. If you have any suggestions about the game, leave it in the comments, and thank you for watching, and catch you next time.